When someone says, "What's your story? Tell me about yourself," whether it's on a plane, in line at Starbucks, or in a job interview, is hopefully to get this response from that person after you answer. And that is this: tell me more about that. Your goal is to get someone to say, "Tell me more about that," to draw them in. So what I invite all of you to do is take some time and identify 3 things in your life that really make you unique, that not many people know about you. Those things that would never show up on a resume. Many times those things that will never show up in a Google search. I mean, there are many students that work full time while going to school full time. They don't think it's no big deal. They're just doing what they got to do to pay for their education. But I can tell you right now, if you were in a job interview and someone says, "Tell me about yourself," and you start off with, "Well, I'm a student at Kennesaw State University and I work full time to pay for my education," right then and there, that person who is interviewing you is going to know something special about you. This person is really willing to put in the work and the effort. Or if you happen to be an international student, and you mentioned I'm an international student, I'm originally from XYZ country, which is not a country, by the way. I'm just saying XYZ just for an example. From XYZ country, I came here to pursue my education, and you tell a little bit of that story, that arc of how you got here. That's a lot. It's people take it. You know how hard it is to uproot yourself from another country and then move to another country and then maybe learn something and study something that's not your first language? That draws people in. That means you're willing to find the edge and get uncomfortable. Some people with different organizations do mission trips, and they go and they volunteer their time and they teach English, or they do other things. Find those things that would never show up on a resume, right? I tell people I used to sell cheese. Tell me more about that, Antonio. But those things, again, that would never show up, that would draw them in. And what that does is it creates a human connection, not a business transaction. Your goal is to create a human connection. The best job interviews are the ones when you rarely talk about their resume. You know you've got somebody during a job interview when they're like this in the beginning, and then they just put it down.